What's up, cultivators? We are back at it again with another episode of CCGO. We're here with Truzy by Truzy. How's it going today?
Hey man, what's happening, man? I just feel good to be here.
That's epic. So, can you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who's Truzy?
Okay. So Truzy is John Odom Jr. I'm from Aiken, South Carolina, by way of Atlanta, Georgia, right? And I'm from the West Side, as if you know, you know. And I am the creator and the creative. I'm the owner and creative director of Truzy by Truzy, Truzy World, and all things Truzy.
That's what's up. So, what's the name behind Truzy by Truzy?
Man, Truzy by Truzy is like, well, I guess I'd take you back. So the word Truzy comes from me and my partners, me and my bros making up a word. It's when you take the word trill and the word real and you combine them. So that's what we got, the word Truzy. We just wanted to have like our own language. Well, my hometown, that's what we did as kids, was just come up with our own words to like communicate with each other. So Truzy was the words that we used to call each other bros. The full word is super coolie Truzy.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
super coolie Truzy?
Right. Like my brother, rest in peace to Andre Jackson, AJAC. You know, we created Retro Super Future, which is where it comes from, Retro Super Coolie Future Truzy. You know what I mean? So it's like just the way that we communicate with each other on some fly. It just mean we just super cool. It just mean we some super fly cats, and Truzy just mean authentic, real. You know, I just don't like saying the word real.
That's crazy. Y'all definitely had some flying names. Is there anything that inspired it in the youth or any type of vibe? Because that's super badass names. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like all right. So at Aiken, you know what I mean. Especially like my high school years, we would say stuff like for y'all can bow, you know what I mean, smidge, you would say smirt, which is small shirt. For y'all can bow, it's like if you're talking about, like Houston, you know what I mean, being from the South, all our words just roll together. You know what I mean? So like I say fo because I've never really said for. It just sounds like I'm trying too hard. But fo just comes off naturally. That's how my dad talked to me. That's how my grandfather talked to me. And that's so me creating Truzy by Truzy is my extension of what my experience in life is, right? My community is my way of representing where I'm from, the people the people that help cultivate me. And now this is my way of giving back. It's like expanding it out to the world.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'm sure your community have been waiting a long time to ask you. If they haven't, what's the story behind the dreads?
Oh man, so you can't call them dreads.
Oh,
They're locks, okay? And I had my first set of locks right after I graduated high school because my pops didn't want me to grow my hair out. You know what I mean? So once I got of age where I felt like I was my own man, I started growing my hair out right after graduation. And of me going through those 4 years, I went through that experience of like getting a retwist, getting all that. But I really wanted to just freeform my hair. But it took me to go through, I think, like a spiritual elevation time period. You know what I mean? And it was where I found out my son's mother was pregnant with my son. So I started growing my hair back out, and I've committed to me freeforming because that was also my way of committing to fatherhood to my son. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's my commitment to my kid, and it's my commitment to God.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So can you also touch up on the dreads versus locks?
Yeah, man. Like, dreads is just a word that comes from dreadful. It's like, I'm not a dreadful person. When people see that you're not, going through the processing of a hair, and I'm big on history, I'm big on like studies, So my studies show me that as a Black man, a melanated being, I'm special, I'm chosen. It's like God's chosen people. And if you're watching this, hey man, we all come from the Y gene. So I guess even if you are white, you still have it maybe 5% Black in you. So just understand where I'm coming from when I say this. There's this, it's said that we're the children of the sun, so therefore our hair grows towards the sun. It grows upward, not downward. And with those coils that's upon your head, it's really an extension of your neurological. So me gathering those facts and aspects, what I did was I wanted to explore that through like, don't get it retwisted, don't get it, manipulated. I wanted to know how I'm supposed to look based off of God's decision, not mine, right? Like
That's crazy.
if I go get a haircut, I'm going to say, man, give me a temp fade, because I want to cut this side and I want to do this. But if you just grow your hair out and say, man, I don't want to manipulate it at all, only then will I know how I'm really supposed to look.
So I've known you for a while, Truzy.
Yeah.
And I did not know that. So the fact now that I know that, I kind of see you differently because now it's in a new light,
Thank you.
That's kind of crazy.
I think I should say thank you, right?
I guess you could.
Yeah. So, that's a...
So give it to me. What's the heart of the brand? Because I know you really... It's Truzy by Truzy. Come on.
Yeah, it's just like, man, the heart of the brand is... The heart of the brand is the culture. You know what I mean? And when I say the culture, it's just people that know where they come from, people that represent what it is that they represent, and it's not based off of anybody else's input. So I've always been a creative at heart. I come from recording music, come from playing drums and bands, and and at the time of creating the shoe, like I said, my son had just been born, and my son's had 4 open heart surgeries. Wow. He's born with what's known as a hydroplastic double left ventricle right outlet. And that basically means that he was practically born with half a heart. So he's had me going through having his first surgery actually is where I started, is alongside his bedside with my first tablet, like just manipulating my photos. I did a photo shoot as a rapper. And I hit the photographers up like, hey, man, let me get the raw photos. They send me a ton of pictures. And I needed something to do while in the hospital. And that's what I did was I just started editing photos. And it just so happened that I couldn't afford, at the time, a graphic designer to make my album covers. You know what I mean? So go ahead.
Wait, Truzy, are you telling me that you didn't start off as a graphic designer? This is something that developed slowly after that experience?
Yes and no. And the reason I say yes and no is that I actually had, I think the first time I tried my hand in graphic design was my senior year of high school. They had a first year testing of a program called Virtual Enterprise. Check this out.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? So this was my opportunity to show that I was an artist, but inside of a classroom setting for the first time outside of an art class. And we were selling cars virtually, and it was a competition among other high schools. You probably never even heard of this before.
This is crazy. So maybe I'm gonna leave it out of this specific CCGO, but we talking about that afterwards for sure.
We're
talking about that after.
Yeah, but in the grand scheme of it all, man, just to really hit the answer, the heartbeat of the brand is inspiring and giving opportunity to those who may not have had the opportunity if I wasn't given the proper tools to be a vessel. So I always looked at myself as the opportunity to be the next Phil Knight. I think some people want to be Jordan, no knock on Jordan, but I know that Phil Knight owns the brand itself, and Phil Knight's brand is what gave Jordan the opportunity to have a brand of his own. So me having a brand now allows me the same opportunity, which is how I got into custom shoes and everything.
That's crazy. So to dig in that a little bit more, what are your non-negotiables?
Man, my non-negotiables is like anything that doesn't represent me and anything that doesn't represent, like when I say the culture, just the people properly. So I'm not going to do nothing fake. And that's my gift and my curse. Like a lot of opportunities come my way, but if I have to kind of bend just for the sake of saying I make some money, I'm not going for it. Anything to make as a just as a man, as a human being, that's just a creative. Anything that takes me out of being creative is my non-negotiable. If I have to sell out my people to do it, I don't want to do it.
That's amazing.
Like, yeah, that's cutting my hair is a non-negotiable. Like, yeah.
Dang, there's a lot of information to take in, so I'm taking it in and thinking about it, processing, because I already know you. So there's a whole new side that I'm learning about, and it's kind of shocking because you don't talk about it. You just live in it, you're keeping it true.
Truzy.
So okay, let's talk about your brand a bit more because you do a lot of things. You're an artist, you're a designer, you're an AV director for all we know. So what is it that you do?
Oh man, I inspire. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. I inspire, bro. Like, out of everything, all the titles and stuff that you could give me, I really just, my ultimate goal is just to inspire. I want the people, you, even yourself, to look at me and say, damn, he did it. I can do it. You know what I mean? I went through it, so like some of the things that I've experienced in life, I share, especially here with CCN. As also a mentor. But like that's really what I do is I just inspire. I just like being able to be a mirror for someone else and want you to say, "Yo, I actually may know someone that knows how to do something I'm interested in." So I just go for it. You know what I mean? And because I didn't have the resources coming up, I didn't have the resources nor the information. So I literally had to leave my hometown to go find the resources and the information. And like looking back at it now, wow, now I'm a person that's a resource with the information that can catapult and maybe even help people skip some of those shortcomings that I came across.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Man, Truzy, the more I talk to you, the more wealth of information you are. So can you tell me what makes you stand out in your industry compared to everybody else?
Yeah, I can. In what makes me stand out in my industry is that I care more about you wearing your shoes as opposed to you wearing mine. That's it. Like, it's not about Truzy getting rich. It's not about John getting rich. It's about John has the resources that can help you start your own sneaker line. I have the resources to help you start a philanthropy endeavor, like my Will Rap for Food. Shouts out to Tone Jones and the Golden Harvest Food Bank, Miss Deanna. Like, we've doing things of that nature is what it's about for me. It's not, man, far from selfish. That's what makes it. That's what makes me so different. If the inside of the shoe may say Truzy, but if we could brand it for you, then what? Now, like, what's better than 1 millionaire? 2.
For real.
And if I could make another millionaire, then we could make another 20. If that now that changes the course of the future of the generations, just from being able to create collaboration and partnerships from an unselfish point of view. I don't care about the spotlight, even though the lights in the studio is bright. It's dope, right? But that's not what my focus is. My focus is, yo, I'm from a small town where people don't get the opportunity to do what I'm doing. And the only way that they could get the opportunity to do it is that someone has to do it. Someone has to do it and come back and say, hey, this is what I have. Now, if this is what you're interested in, now you may not have to leave to get it.
Oh, snap. Why go 30, 50, go to another state when it's already here?
It's here.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man. I think Trick Daddy said it best. Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Man, but to be that somebody the way you're being that somebody, it comes at a cost. So what was your journey like? And what were the costs you had to deal with and get over to do it the way you do it?
Man, I wrote about this yesterday, actually. So what I faced was I quit my job. Like I was always so focused on what my purpose was, right? Like, we have this saying, me me and my bro Pompey, you know, Plats on the Wall, we have this thing where it's like, man, purpose over paper, paper off of purpose.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you put what you're put here for before everything else, because this is why I'm breathing, this is why I get opportunities, you know, this is what I'm here for. If I can recognize and define what my purpose is and I invest into that, then now I can also make room for what my passions are. Sometimes the purpose and the passion can intersect. There's the thing is like what you're meant to do, and like passion is what you love to do. You feel me?
Yeah.
So if I focus and hone in on what I'm meant to do, it makes room for the things that I love to do. And that's where I make the monetary gain. It took me, I don't know, maybe 10 years really to grasp it. Like, I'm still grasping. I'm not about to sit here and cap like I got it all the way figured out. We figuring it out though. And it's being homeless, sleeping on couches, sleeping on cars, going out to LA, man, on a one-way ticket. And like literally when my Airbnb ran out, I'm sneaking back to the back porch so I could get some sleep because I didn't want to tell nobody that I had nowhere to stay with no money.
Oh, snap.
I just had to figure it out. But you know, when you know that you're chosen to do something greater, faith kicks in on a whole nother level that like I would say the average flesh wouldn't fully understand and gravitate to. So like with me, man, I knew that I may have to go without for a short period of time. A short period of time to me is a year. You know what I mean?
Oh.
A short period of time to
That's
me
crazy.
is 6 months. It's a short period of time in the grand scheme of it all. How fast has 2023 flew past already?
It was like yesterday, to be honest
like
with you. It was
yesterday. Now we're looking at a whole nother year in 2 weeks. You know?
Yeah.
So if I'm willing to take that risk, then I know what the reward is. In the midst of me taking quote unquote those losses, it was all of my opportunities came when I was down and out with nothing. When I had nobody else to call on. That's when I met the people. That's when I like risked it all. Cause it's like, yo, what else do you have to risk? Like, I can't trip about my rent not being paid. I just got evicted. I can't trip about my car not, like, I just got it repoed. And it's not like I wasn't working, you know, it's just that if I got to pay this bill or invest into this right here, this bill is going to be cool for today and this month. But this investment right here could get us straight 10 years from now. So let's think forward.
Plant the seeds.
Yeah. And fortunately, man, just me following the blueprint I just told you, like, that's how I met y'all. You know, it's just me saying, moving to Houston and saying, yo, I've never even been to Houston.
For real.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, yo, I had only been to Houston 2 months prior to me moving just to check out the apartment and finalize it. Had never been here.
Why the move? Why the move?
Man, God told me to move, bro. Simple as that.
That's crazy.
It freaked me out. Like, it freaked me out. Told me to move. Like, hey, your time's up here. You got to go. And it's like, dang, because Atlanta is where I built everything. Like, Atlanta, you hear me talk about it all the time. Like, Atlanta is where I built everything. Atlanta will forever have my heart, you know, just off of what I was able to cultivate and create there, the relationships. And now that I'm here, I look at it as I was sent here to extend the bridge. So now I have a bridge from South Carolina to Georgia, right? Oh, now from Georgia to Texas, now from Texas to California, from California to who knows where next.
With real connection?
I guess China, because that's where we getting stuff in from right now. So, yeah.
That's crazy. I love the fact that you move with real connections versus it just being business deals. You move like it's family, you know?
Yeah. And it's like, because I don't have to think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, business is business. And I'll say, for just full transparency, as an entrepreneur, when I'm a personal person, you know, I'll tell you in a heartbeat, don't text me, you got to call me. I don't text. You have to call me if you really want to talk to me, because then we could have real conversations like this right here. A text message don't do nothing. For me, it's like I'm doing too much with my thumbs. I built my entire business off my cell phone. So I don't have time to close out this app, get on the text message and text you back 10 times in the next 30 minutes. Do you know how much time I just lost on my workflow? So because of that, like, I really focus on just like genuine relationships, because I haven't had to do, I could say this, I haven't had to do no sucker shit to get right here.
That's amazing.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, I haven't had to fake it. I haven't had to like pull up and, hey man, I want to pretend like I'm something I'm not. Like, everything that I've said I am, like, it's the resume, the people say it. I don't even talk about it. Y'all know that by now.
So
right or wrong?
No, you're right. I was just about to say, I think it's a little crazy that you just gave the blueprint to the game, but people are just gonna watch it and skip it.
And that's okay, because this is the thing. I was the person in a room full of people. I was the person that understood what was being said while they were trying to like argue it. Everyone doesn't have the same vibration because it's not for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, Truzy by Truzy, I could speak out about it and talk about it being for the culture and being like a proud Black-owned brand, because I haven't had to do nothing suckerish. You know what I'm saying? Like, I answer to me. You feel me? Yeah. Like, I don't answer to Big Brother brand, nothing. Like, we literally answer to ourselves, and that's what I want to give to the people. It's like, man, you can do it. Yeah, you're gonna take some bumps, you're gonna take your licks. It's gonna hurt sometimes. It's gonna feel lonely. It's gonna feel like, man, I'm talking to myself. Like, man, y'all don't believe in me? Oh, man, y'all don't support me? Oh, man.
You know, I'm feeling a little crazy, actually, now that you mentioned it.
No, I actually went crazy. I went crazy. It took me 2 years to get back to why we sitting on this couch right now. That's why I was so happy to, you know what I'm saying, to unveil these shoes this weekend. Because, like, for 2 years, I had to really filter through and go through my own personal healing, emotionally and spiritually. Like, physically, I'm a monster. I'm a machine. I don't sleep. I'm him for real. You know what I'm saying? And everything that I do, and I've been that since the beginning. I could pop it. Now, I told my partner earlier, like, watch this interview, because I'm like, get your popcorn ready. I'm finna pop it.
It's about to go hard.
Yeah, like, hey, man, we been him the whole time, bro. The only difference is when you know you him on the come up, everybody's like, man, that ain't him. It takes these celebs to throw their arms around you and take pictures and all of that for people to say, oh, that's him. You feel me? Because they need they feel like you need the cosign. They need you to have a cosign in order for them to believe in something that's been in front of them the entire time. I never needed that. I just needed me and my faith, bro. My real, like, it's my purpose. You can't, like, what? How can I lose off my purpose?
Not fact.
Like, I can't lose off something that's God-given, bro. Are you crazy?
And you just keeping it true.
Just Truzy.
That's crazy.
For real. Truzy by Truzy.
Damn.
Welcome to Truzy world. Yeah.
So you mentioned the release of the shoes. So talk to me. What's going on with the shoes? I guess you have a new line or new lines coming up. What's on the radar on the designer aspect of things right now?
So on the radar right now, let me see. I think first in line is the Bar Baby collection. You know what I mean? The Bar Baby collection is...
Bar Baby. So you know...
Go ahead.
You know me for a minute, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm a little uncultured. I live a bit under a rock.
Yeah.
Can you explain Bad Baby?
Bar Baby.
Bar Baby. Lay it on me.
It's the Bar Baby. He said Bad Baby. Don't say that. Yeah. Man, Mama Mo gonna kill you.
Oh.
Sorry, Mom. Hey, but... Okay, so yeah, the Bar Baby collection, that's first. Bar Baby collection is the special collection that I'm doing with Mama Mo, or Mama Moore, which is Big Mo's mom. You know what I mean? Big Mo, as you know, being in H-Town, is like a legend he was somebody who inspired me. You know, the reason why you call this the city of syrup, everybody double cupping.
You know
what I'm saying? It was Mo and Screwed, you know, as well as like Pat Hogg. As y'all, you know the history if you know the South. Like everybody from Screwed Up Click, you know, Rec Shop, that's like that's what it was built upon. And I had the pleasure to meet Mama Mo, and one day she just called me and was like, yo, I really just feel like you're the person that can get it done and do it right. She just wanted me to help represent her son. And that meant so much to me because Big Mo was such a huge influence on me and like where I'm coming from. Because I mean, South Carolina and Texas, there are a lot. It's a lot of similarities. You know, we country rap tunes just like Texas is. So it is the South. It's the only state in the South that has South in it. So you can't tell me it ain't the South. You did what I'm saying?
Nah, fact.
So like, man, Mama Mo just like wound up just building a relationship with her, and hey, we got this crazy, crazy, crazy Bar Baby collection that's getting ready to drop, and I'm gonna do something real special so we could, you know, pop it off the right way.
That's amazing. Are you okay talking about the story of how you met Mama Mo? Because I feel like that proves how true you move. Because, you know, you're just keeping it Truzy all around.
Man, I keep it a buck. I was just going to find some bud. You know what I'm saying? On some just keeping it a buck. Going to go find some bud one morning, and I wound up bumping to her in the gas station. And she had on a Big Mo shirt. I didn't know who she was, but I saw the shirt. And I was like, man, I love your shirt. I just do that. You know what I mean? To people, I meant it though. Like if I see you wearing something fly, I'm not a hater. You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy that's like, yo, them kicks is dope. Hey, baby girl, you beautiful. You know what I'm saying? How you doing, man? Yeah. I'm just like that. And with Mama Mo, it wasn't no different. I was like, I love your shirt. She said, thank you. You know, this is my son. I was like, for real? I was like, man, you have everything I just told you about how much Big Mo inspired me, or Kenneth, as she would like for me to tell you all, you know what I'm saying? Like, Kenneth Moore is Big Mo's real name. And the way that she spoke about him to me, she let me know, like, she don't call him Big Mo. You feel me? She called him Kenneth. And that really stuck out to me because now, like you said, that's a different type of relationship that's there, because I'm not talking to a celebrity's mom. You know, I'm talking to a legend to us, but I'm talking about her son.
Yeah.
And when you talk about, you know, my parents are going to tell you my name's John or John. They're not going to say Truzy. You know, if they say Truzy, it's because they're like, they know that's what you might know me as, but they know John before all this came about. So I was able to relate with her on that level. And ever since then, man, she just giving me the green light to cook up and just represent Kenneth the right way. And we doing it, man. And it's funny, we shooting this right here in 3rd Ward. You know what I'm saying? On the south side.
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
Lawndale?
Right here on Lawndale. We are where it all started from, for them, for the city, for the culture. When I talk about for the culture, like, you understand what Houston has represented for the culture.
That's crazy.
Like, the first independent rap comes from here.
Oh, shit.
Come on, man. Ghetto Boys.
H-Town, come on.
Come on, man.
Ghetto Boys was the first one? Shit. Anywho, I'm definitely going to do some work. I'm going to listen to Ghetto Boys. I'll let y'all know how that goes.
Shouts out to Scarface. And let me see. Like, yo, it's H-Town, bro. H-Town. Like, I don't know what else who hasn't had to come down south to get that cosign so they could pop it for worldwide. Like, y'all are special here. So I got brought here just to kind of help share that light as well, you know, and bring all of me with it. Like, you know, so if you watching this and you from Houston, I'm definitely not here to be a vulture at all. I'm here to help amplify what already has been done and make sure that the next generation remembers what's come and respect what's coming. So we here.
That's what's up. And with this collection, What is it that really brings in that H-Town factor, that Truzy H-Town factor in?
Oh man, it's the vibe, right? It's like when you may see, and I know the negative connotation that comes with the idea of syrup or lean, right? The idea of double cup. I think that to a certain extent we've come so far away that you also have to remind the people where they got it from. And, you know, with me being able to do this collaboration, the reason why I called it the Bar Baby Collection is because it actually helps tell the story of how we even got to this point. Like, once upon a time, I'm not even gonna go there. I'm going to bring Mama Mo in, and I'm gonna let her sit on this same couch.
That's what's up.
Okay, and tell you the story about how we got the Bar Baby. And it's gonna blow your mind because this one thing has led culturally around the world.
Wow.
Yeah. To where every rapper, even on their interview, they sitting there with it, they talking about it, all of that. But it's so much more.
Now, I'll definitely say that you made me more appreciative of the color purple. Because we sat down and you ran down the history behind the double cup. And now when I see purple, it's not just purple.
Yeah.
That's H-Town, baby. Come on.
It's H-Town, man. Like the brother Kenneth coined it, the city of syrup. You know what I'm saying? And like that's whenever on those evenings as the sun's going down and you look up in the clouds, what do you see? The sky turns purple here.
Yeah, orange and then purple.
Facts.
Oh, snap.
The sky turns purple here.
Yeah.
So like to me, it's bigger than drink. You know what I mean? It's like, nah, it was a real thing that the people were seeing. It's a real experience that you can only get from coming to H-Town and seeing it for what it is. Screwston. Like I call it Screwston. You know what I mean? Occasionally I call it Truston because Truzy's here now. Yeah. And like we gonna do everything we supposed to do, you know.
So for the Bar Baby, I know I'm trying to get tapped in. Everybody trying to get tapped in. Where can they get tapped in? How can we get tapped in?
Okay, so boom. The first official launch of that is happening this Sunday. I hate to put a date on this because we don't know exactly when this is coming out, but December 17th at NRG Center, I will be at the Sneaker Summit. You know what I mean? Sponsored by Sneaker Summit and Monsters Energy. Just presenting the very first ever Bar Baby collection. You know what I mean? First releases from that. There's so much more that's coming with it, but I wanted to do this almost like in a pop-up shop style, just so you all could get the real experience of it, you know. And we got a lot going on. We got CCN, you know, like helping doing the branding for the production here, whether it's a podcast, whether it's the other brands that's coming through. You know, we just actually partnered with the American Cancer Society as well for, you know, what's known as the Sneakers for Hope, you know, by Truzy. So, like, I'm super ecstatic about that. This is the first time I'm actually talking about this publicly, you know, as well as, like, the collaborations with Real Talk, Real Stories with Adrena Marie. She's a radio show host out of Atlanta, you know what I mean, who actually will be launching at the top of January.
Y'all can't stop Truzy.
Like we have what is it that I haven't said yet? A lot. It's a lot I haven't said yet. But like, yeah. But you can find everything at www.truzy.world. It's not truzyworld.com. It is www.truzy, TRUZY.world, WORLD.
And is that the only line going out right now?
Right now? Which one?
The Bar Baby.
No. Like, because we still have Truzy by Truzy. You know what I'm saying? So Truzy by Truzy is all Aboriginal. You know, anytime you see the barcodes, matter of fact, I see the... Yep, those right here. So anytime you see the barcodes on the tongue, you know that this is a Truzy by Truzy shoe. You know what I mean? And This right here is actually from my very first signature collection. It's like just breaking everything off. I learned from Virgil that I don't have to just put everything into a box and just go one way. Pause. But I don't have to like just go in one direction with it. I can take it as many ways that I want to.
No, that's what's up. And definitely flex off, because he ain't even flexing off the vibes over here. You got the two different, what's the official wording for the way the contrast?
Like colorways.
The colorways, and then you got the red barcode right on the tongue. Yeah. That's sick. That is hella sick.
Yeah, you could go ahead, do your thing. Take it loose, all that. Let them know it's a real shoe. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no flake.
Nah, this is sick. I could see this being like an album cover. Someone just rapping this.
Yeah.
This is sick.
So those right there are called the Lemon Twos. The very first shoe that we ever released were all white with the red barcode known as the Truzy Lemons. And those right that you're looking at are the Lemon Twos. These right here is a special, you know what I mean, H-Town. Yeah.
Well, so tell me this part right here. I can't really, because you do everything with purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, the mic.
Gotcha. So can you explain this part here? Because I know you do everything with purpose. Yeah. So what's the image or the overlay that's going on this side?
Okay, so boom. Listen, I had this blanket when I was a kid, bro. And it had all the NFL teams on it. And two of the teams that stuck out to me was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because it had their old creamsicle Buccaneer logo, and the Houston Oilers, that kind of like, I call it Carolina blue, because where I'm from, that shade of blue is a Carolina blue. You know what I'm saying? Blue. And it was the Oilers logo. So right here on the side, if you throw it up like this, you see that it's actually the towers from the Oilers.
I see.
But we made it so that it falls in line to look like it's just a panel within itself, like allowing art to be art without having to manipulate it so much sometimes. You know, they say keep it simple, stupid, KISS. And, of course, the traditional H-Town on this thing, man. And I think I did these for Swisher House. So on the tongue of these, you actually see Swisher House.
Well, tell us about that collab a little bit. What's the collab with Swisher House?
Man. So shouts out to Kevin Shine, Right Sets America. About a while ago, I got an opportunity to meet with, introduce my brand to brother DJ Michael 5,000 Watts, the CEO of Swisher House. And I believe he's a radio DJ now on the box, if I'm not mistaken, right? Especially on Sundays. Sundays, y'all are so dope. We get chopped and screwed, we get chopped and slowed on the radio here. Like H-Town is the experience, man. It make me, I want to swing, I'm gonna build one. But anyway, I'm in a slab. I got to build a slab for sure.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna build a Truzy slab.
Truzyfy it?
Yeah, we're gonna do a Truzy slab.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, but everything we do gotta be custom, so you'll see. But so I made these shoes because I knew I was going to be meeting him, and I wanted to get him the shoes just because, like I said, this has been such a huge part of the culture. And if my brand is for the culture, then it's only right that I pay homage to those people. And that's really where it came from.
That's crazy.
But he hasn't gotten them yet. I've been trying to. I kept getting in contact with him. I would call. He would pick up. We would talk. I end the call and be like, "Hey, bro, send me the address." And he never sent me the address. I'm like, "Damn, Mike, like, come on, bro."
Maybe he'll get the little clip of this and feel some type of way and be like, "All right, let me get my shoes."
You know what? Even if he don't, I'm just proud to like have something of that nature. And if the stars align, when they do, ain't no if. When the stars align at the proper timing, I'm pretty sure we'll be able to do something of that nature and much more. So I'm patient with it. I cracked the joke. It was like, all right, 5,000. You gonna have to pay me 5,000 for these shoes. You feel me? And if you give me $5,000, I ain't gonna I ain't gonna turn it down, no fade. But hey, man, it's bigger than that. It's bigger. It's just showing that for what we have, we could do so much more. And everybody else is exploiting because they see it, but sometimes it takes us a little longer.
No, facts.
Yeah.
So that was the Bar Baby line fully explained. And then you mentioned Truzy by Truzy. So what's the upcoming news? What's happening in 2024? What should we be expecting?
Oh, man, a whole lot. So, like, Truzy by Truzy is what I initially started, right? It's like I use it as like a beta testing. Now that we've tested it out, got a chance to really sit down and carve out where we're headed. It's like, okay, now it's time to present Truzy World. And Truzy World is all things Truzy, where you have like signature Truzy. You know what I'm saying? You got Truzy by Truzy. Like those, you have Truzy Junior, you got Truzy Ladies. It's like a whole list. So for everything that's coming up under Truzy World is the things for everyone. Thank you. Is the things for everyone. You know what I mean? To finally get a chance to really show the ladies what we've been cooking up for them as well. As of January, by midway January, you'll see that we'll start showing off and doing our pre-launches for like the spring and summer looks. So like just strap in. It's about to get crazy. I've done nothing but create. Like I'm strapped in for the next 30 years at minimum. So we cool.
I remember when you showed me some of your sketches that you're doing, and you just kept going, and then kept going, kept scrolling, and then kept scrolling. So, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, So I'm a workaholic, I guess. Like.
So in a month, how many designs?
Insane, bro, huh?
In a month, how many designs you think you popping out?
Shit, easily 100.
Snap. I think it's actually more, to be honest, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to be a little modest.
Hey, we'll respect that. No,
it's cool because I don't though. It's I set it up so that when my son graduates, my son's 10, Taylor. So like when Taylor graduates high school, he's already in the seat to just take over, and that's another 8 years. So I have about 8 years of work that leads up to that, and about another 20 years worth of work to lead after that for him. And that way he has something to give to his children. Like, because it's art. There's nothing in this world that hasn't been created through art, that has not been created through art. So, like, when you think of buildings, when you think of shoes, when you think of cars, when you think of even like how to lay brick, it's all art. So I make sure that I create as much as possible, and we just vault it. We vault it. You know, and when we put it in the vault, I know that art, if preserved over time, is now like fine wine. It's served best later. You know what I mean? So, like, if it's served best later, that puts me in the same conversations of, like, a Basquiat, a Picasso, Michelangelo, Warhol, Keith Haring, people of that nature. Like, just the people that I grew up really peeping and saying, I want to be that, in a sense, So, yeah.
That's amazing. So, Truzy, we could probably keep going for all day. So what else do you do in terms of design outside of everything else?
Oh, man. Elaborate.
So what else is coming up in terms of a new line dropping, exclusively designed? Because I know you have other businesses. You're an entrepreneur.
Oh, yeah. So, all right. So I will be launching Maison de Bonheur, right? Which is the House of Good Air. And the House of Good Air is officially releasing from Paris Fashion Week. So as of February 29th, we'll be releasing officially Maison de Bonheur, which is the House of Good Air. Truzy.
I ain't know about that. Yeah. So I'm a little caught off guard. That's crazy.
And that's the luxury side. Like, I structured everything, which is why I broke down that, like, the Truzy stuff is literally inside of Truzy's world. And Truzy's world is something that I can't necessarily articulate in words. It's just here, and it's here. So the only thing that I can do is every time that I come out and I do like a pop-up, even when we do the storefront, things of that nature, it's me bringing people into what the Truzy experience is. That's Truzy's world. So so that I could now focus on something greater. Because, like I said, we're set for the next 30 years, at minimum. And me knowing that, it allowed me to kind of breathe, and what was put onto me was like, all right, now it's time to start on Maison de Monnaie, which is the luxury side of it all. And the luxury side is the House of Good Air. Like, yeah.
The House of Good Air.
The House of Good Air.
Ooh. Man, it feels elegant just saying it.
Yeah.
The House of Good Air. Wow.
I'm the heir of the air. So.
Oh, snap.
House of Good Air.
That's crazy. So what was the inspiration for that name?
Dude, so Truzy by Truzy originally was supposed to be called Debonair. Debonair is just something that we, it's a real word. It's like, it means elegant. It means fly. It means like, it's stylish, And we started Truzy by Truzy. And next thing you know, I'm like, okay, that's more streetwear. We could go streetwear, casual, something like that. I didn't want to set high price points so early on for the people who were like me that maybe couldn't afford all of the higher end stuff early on. But I also, I have a thing now for high-end clothing, high-end fashion, whether it's street fashion, whether it's luxury, casual, business casual. So that's where it's like, oh, let's revisit that. We do have dashiki camo, which is my camo, the camo side of everything, where I've creating my own camouflage, which is why you always see me in camo. This is Ice Cream, by the way. Shouts out to them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it does look fly. You always look fly, Truzy.
Got to, bro. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think Lil Baby said no more polo t-shirts, you know what I mean? Put that shit on for now. So I figured we got to do that too. Got to put it on, man. You only get one shot at this thing, and they say how you dress is how you feel about yourself. And I really, some days I don't put nothing on for real, and it's other days where it's like, man, I'm gonna pop it today.
Nah, that's what's up. Yeah,
but keep it player at all times.
So this is gonna be the last question. Close it out.
Shoot it.
It is the Community Cultivation Network over here. So what is it that you do for your community that's cultivating community? And how can people in the community tap in and be a part?
Oh, man, yeah. So two things, maybe three, but two things for sure. We created Wheel Raffle Food because, like I said, I was homeless. Me and my boy Tone Jones, we started Wheel Raffle Food, which is a community initiative, nonprofit, where we ask people to come out and volunteer, and we feed the homeless or the less fortunate, and we partner with local food banks. We will be stretching it out to all 50 states. So when I talk about me moving from South Carolina to Georgia, then here was me extending the bridge. That's what I mean. It's that's amazing. Now we're extending the bridge of the vision of we got to take care of our people. We can't ask nobody else to do it, hierarchy, governmental, none of that. The community take care of the community, and everything else gonna take care of everything else. You know what I mean?
That's facts.
And the other side of that is that also just being a mentor to the interns here at CCN Network, CCN Studios, and just being a vessel of what I hope to be positivity, even in the midst of darkness. Man, I'm still able to see the good within quote unquote the bad. I'm a Cancer, 69. You know what I mean? So it's I'm the yin and yang sign as a person. I'm as much good in me is enough bad, right? As much bad in me is just enough good. It all balances itself out. So that's why I stand out. That's what it is. And if you're watching this, whether I know you or not, all I ask is that those resources, those things, those informational things that you receive in life, don't hold on to them like they just like a golden key to get somewhere. The best golden key is for you to pass it on to someone else, to make sure that you help someone else get somewhere. Each one, teach one, reach one, which means that each person teaches a person, and each person that is taught reach down to bring someone else up. Mm-hmm. And that is how we will sustain That's how we create generational wealth. Wise man once told me the quickest way to $1 million is through partnerships. He ain't told me nothing wrong yet.
That's amazing.
Yeah, Truzy.
And last thing.
For sure.
Do you want to give a shout out on your episode? I'm not my fault, not the episode, your podcast series that's about to drop.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yo, I forgot about it.
Come on.
Okay, so, just stay tuned. Yours truly, Truzy, coming soon. You know what I mean? Where we gonna talk all things Truzy, and we gonna have some people in from time to time as well. If you would like to be a guest on, and I just like to thank you for giving me the encouragement to do so. You know what I mean? I want to thank Jazz as well. Like, thank you so much, Jazzy, just for having a vision and extending that out to the people, which is why I can say each one, teach one, reach one. Like, that's literally what it's about, and that's what CCN has been from the beginning. And I'm just so fortunate to be a part of history because this is a historical monument in real time. And like, anything I do gonna be legendary. So anything that's attached to me has to be legendary as well. West Side.
Thank you for keeping it Truzy.
For sure. Appreciate you, bro.
You know what to do.
Yeah.